cannot hear you. Can't hear you yet. I can't hear you. I can see you. You can't hear me? Get out of here. Hold on.
How about now?
Oh, it works.
All right, hey, Josh is on his way.
It's all good.
I just got. What's up, man? How you holding up?
How are you guys holding up? We're good.
Yeah, you guys are good.
Man. We're killing it. We are.
Real? On the online stuff.
Yeah, dude. We're doing. I'm finding that all these other like gym owners are like asking me like, what are we doing? Because like 10% of our members. Oh, here's Josh. 10% of our members put it on hold, but we basically kept 90% of our EFT. Like
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, like that's.
Hey, good for you, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find. But I see you guys you guys are doing it too. You guys are doing the mobile stuff and.
Yeah, that's what we're working on. But the reality is, a big portion of our caseload dropped, right? Because a lot of our value is through
it's the manipulation.
The hands with the movement.
I don't know what to do with my hands. What's up, Josh?
My arthritis.
But yeah, man. No, that's good to hear. So Austin was just saying that they kept like 90% of their roster, basically, right?
We're training them virtually. But what we're finding is a lot of people, we started doing stretch breaks and people are fucking loving that shit.
Yeah.
So if you guys put something together like that, people will jump on that. So I got people from Visa, and I'm technically not supposed to promote my business at Visa because we have that contract, but then they're like, so one of the employees was like, hey, you guys do stretch breaks? And I just shot them the link, and then they're like, can I shoot this out to my other coworkers? Like, how much are you guys charging? And I'm like, oh, it's free for now. And they're like, oh, we'll fucking jump on it. And they fucking love it. So like stuff, I'm seeing like stuff like regenerative, like kind of easing the tension type of stuff. People are really keying in on that.
Yeah, the power of the breath, the power of low key movement, man.
Yeah,
to help bring you back down into a state of recovery instead of like we're all freaked out right now.
That's why everyone's really freaking the fuck out. Everyone's all fucked right now. So that's why. Did you guys start doing the grant stuff too, or what?
Yeah, that's what I was doing earlier today, man. I was talking with Bank of America, looking at the payroll protection, for whatever payroll protection plan, and then disaster relief act stuff. So we're all signed up for that, but yeah,
it's like crossing fingers, right?
Yeah, and then it's like scary because a lot of people don't know what's going on. They like you talk to Bank of America, even their people that work for them don't know. So it's like it's frustrating.
Dude, it's a clusterfuck. So basically what I've been doing a lot of research on this, talking to fucking the finance people. The finance people are really they're losing their shit because the stock is fucked. But long story short, all the bankers that I've been talking to, all the other people, they're like, it's there's a lot of inconsistencies with the bill that was passed, and then there's a lot of inconsistencies with what the banks are trying to do. So the banks are trying to make it a little bit harder for people to get the PPP loan.
Oh yeah. And
if you actually do the math, you have like 300 billion out of a $2 trillion CARES Act. How much percent? That's like 15% of it. Like, what is that? And then you got 50% of small business owners. How many? 30 million small businesses. If you really do the math, we're supposed to get what, like 15,000 per business to cover 2 months, 2.5 months. Like, okay, that's nice. I guess.
Yeah, I guess where we live.
I mean, where is this in Oklahoma? Like, okay,
yeah.
So did you guys talk to your landlord?
Yeah, did that right away. Like we knew like the second day after we shut down the spot that we had to reach out to folks. And yeah, the landlord's been really fair, man. So well, hopefully that continues here in the next month coming up because it don't look like we're going back anytime soon.
No, I even told my team like it's gonna look like June, July.
That's what we're feeling.
Yeah, dude. So
Isn't that crazy?
It's fucking nuts. We've never done any. I have my interns. I literally like I have interns. I have like 4 of them.
Nice,
and
man.
when we sheltered in, I told you, it was like, all right, guys, I'm gonna deal with you later. I gotta figure out how to pay my team right now. I was like, let me figure my squad out. Then I figured my squad out. Then I talked to the interns. I'm like,
one fire at a time.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, do we still get hours? And I'm like, hold the fuck up. Hold on. I don't even know if my team can get hours right now.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy times.
But anyways, but hey, I appreciate you guys making the time. One of my biggest things is just through this whole time of uncertainty is just keeping a lot of people, keeping everyone like kind of top of mind. I've been seeing a lot of success in just producing a fuck ton of digital content. And one of the things that, cause I was like, oh shit, now I can really start pushing my podcast and pushing all these other things. And we've been getting great reaction. People have been asking about what we're doing. And you guys came top of mind when I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh dude, we need to do some type of mobility or some type of recovery type thing to get it still in front of these people. Cause right now, everyone's all fucked right now. The routine's out of whack. They don't know what they want to do. But I feel for us in our area, we're pretty lucky because majority of our, I would say, prospects are techies, right? So working from home, Visa already announced they're not laying off. They're not laying off people. There's a lot of other people that are getting laid off, but as far as techies, they're like, they fucking can work from home. Like it's fucking a benefit. Yeah. They're fucking lucky. Yeah. So there's still that market. So yeah, that's one of the things I want to do. It was great to have you guys on and just to keep that going. Like what else?
Oh yeah.
What else are we doing other than, panicking silently? What else can we be doing? So yeah. So I appreciate
taking back control, man. Taking back control is the name of the game.
I think that's just how it is. It's crazy because it's only been 3 weeks, but it's a long fucking 3 weeks.
It feels like forever,
right?
It's crazy.
It's only been 3 weeks. Like we're in business usually. I'm like, we got money coming in. We're good. We're jamming. We're flowing. We're thinking about like the next quarter, and now it's like, fuck! It's only Sunday.
I know. It's crazy, man.
So in today's episode, I wanted to talk about just kind of like who you guys are, what's going on with you guys, how you guys dealing with COVID as well. But at the same time, to the typical person who's working from home, how can we best help them out as far as your profession, your expertise, and like, what are the things that you always see people who just work from home? What are kind of the things that you see and how they can correct it simply by just being at home? Like what things can they do and things to be mindful of and all that stuff? Because that's what I've seen was like a lot of demand. Like people want workouts, that's cool, but people just want like, hey, my back hurts, my hips hurt. I'm not walking as much. I'm not moving as much. I usually get 10,000 steps a day. I'm lucky if I break 1,000 today. Yeah. So.
Yeah, definitely. I actually was on a phone call with an old client of mine, and she was having sciatic issues, right? And it turns out it's just because she's sitting all day. I had her yesterday get up and move around a little bit more using an app that does timing, like to get up and move. And she slept fine that night. So it's like little things like that we take for granted. It's like, man, just remind people to move. That's the key.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
It's nuts right now. So that's why it's like, are you guys doing like videos at your spot?
Well, we're shooting at home and I'm probably going to start shooting some stuff at the spot.
Yeah, it's kind of mixed. Yesterday was the first time I was back at the spot in like 2.5, 3 weeks. And, everything's been happening here in this living room. But we'd like to shoot kind of a mix of both. But we're still respecting the quarantine and not even being together. Like I haven't seen this guy in like 3 weeks, you know?
Damn, I know. That sucks, man.
So
Yeah.
I send love some hearts.
you know, we always send, you know, heart emojis, you know. No, but it's the reality. I think a lot of this stuff is hitting closer to home now. Now we're knowing people that are losing their life through this whole situation, and we just want to respect it as much as we can, you know? And so, yeah, shooting the videos wherever. I mean, this is real, right? This is reality now. So it is what it is. We got some mics, so the quality of the sound sounds better, you know? So, yeah, so we're making the best of what we can.
That's good.
Yeah, it's definitely forcing innovation, man. Seeing what tech options we can take advantage of that can provide the highest level of value for the person that we're working with, for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's all we can do right now. You know, I mean, you bring the value and you just keep pushing forward. That's what I've seen. If you set the tone with the members and what you're trying to do, then they'll follow. Well, most of them. So okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying that you know, this whole situation it's forced Josh and I to do something that we've been dreaming about, right? Which is creating the virtual stuff.
Yeah.
And creating an online community, which, you know, we've always talked about how fortunate we are to actually have built such a, you know, in our eyes at least, an amazing experience business and creating a home in Menlo. But one thing that we've been itching for is being able to impact more people. And as much as we love the one-on-one treatments, like we're only affecting the amount of people that we see in the room, which is nowhere north of 30 a week each, right? So I have no choice now. Right? We have no excuse to not be able to extend our impact with people. And so we started a Facebook group community membership, Move Better, Live Happier. And 20% of the donations are going to a nonprofit in East Palo Alto, Street Code Academy, which our friend Jason Maiden he serves as an advisor on the board, and they're basically building out a curriculum for at-risk youth in EPA.
Oh, nice.
To teach them the tech industry and skill sets and giving them the resources. So helping people at home, and as a byproduct, we're also helping fund some of Street Code's Academy.
That's hella good. So man, you're firing on all cylinders too. You're like trying to help each other out.
Oh yeah.
Trying to.
That's what's funny. We're at home, but I feel like I'm working more than when I do when I'm at work.
Dude. I'm on the same, but yeah, I feel you. It's because there's like no lag time. You can't just go to Starbucks and just dick around for 30 minutes. It's like, oh damn, what have I been doing? Just sit in my car and just go on social media real quick. You're like, oh shit, wait a minute. Yeah, all right. Cool. Well, okay, I'm gonna introduce the episode and then we're just gonna go into it. Okay. Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? This is Coach Austin here, coming to you with Hyper Strength and Conditioning with your Nerd Out and Workout podcast. And today we are joined by Joey and Josh from Progressive Motion. I always get that fucking wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Progressive Motion Physical Therapy, right? Am I right? Physiotherapy. Progressive Motion Physiotherapy. I'm going to get that right. PMPT. I usually see PMPT, but I wanted to try to take a shot at it. Yeah, but please introduce yourselves, gentlemen.
So I'm Josh Moriali. I'm a physical therapist over with Progressive Motion Physiotherapist and the co-owner with my guy.
I butchered Joey. It so hard he had to correct it.
No, it's all good.
Okay, man. It's okay. We're all learning.
We've been just trying to adapt to the times with this COVID situation and trying to provide value virtually now. So Joey.
I'm Joey Salgado, also physiotherapist, co-owner with Josh. And yeah, exactly. We're just trying to figure out how to continue to provide value during this uncertain, scary, anxious time for a lot of people.
Good. Very good. So everyone's kind of on the same boat of this is a time of uncertainty. This is a time of like all these business owners are trying to help each other out, and it doesn't even matter what industry anymore. It could be fitness people are helping restaurant people who are helping dental people, or I don't know, like it's just out of everywhere. What have you guys been doing to push forward with your craft and to the ability to impact people? What have you guys been doing?
So we've been transitioning a lot of our caseload to virtual. So we've been using things like Zoom and PhysiTrack, which are telehealth apps that we basically provide care virtually, and we help empower the people through our education and through visually seeing us do the movement so they can copy and pretty much program out their rehab over telehealth, man, which has been pretty powerful. It's been pretty effective. So it's even surprised me on what things we can achieve through telehealth. If you wanted to add anything, Joey.
Yeah, no, I think it's kind of neat how this has forced us to show the value of what we've always believed that we've had in physio. Because I think if our true intent was to empower the individual to become more independent within their own body, what better time, right? Like they have no choice but to listen to their breath. They have no choice but to listen to their body. And so we're so grateful, man. Like we're so grateful for the movement world because we're not limited to the soft tissue work that we do. Now we can coach them through our eyes and observation and teaching movement. So we feel very fortunate for that.
How's that going though? Is it good? Like everyone's like jumping on board, your patients, your clients?
Yeah, not everyone's jumping on board, man. I mean, I think the reality is it's hard, I think, for the everyday person to say, how is physiotherapy going to transfer to online? Right. So not everyone jumping on board, but I would say for the people that have, it's been surprisingly enjoyable.
It's good.
And it's a lot of learning, right, Josh? Like,
oh yeah. We've been trying to plan or innovate ways to have the person do soft tissue on themselves. We've been trying to innovate ways to just bring that value of our hands back to the pitcher. And yeah, man, we're working on that, like creating little care packages where the person could maybe purchase that prior to the treatment, and we can walk them through voodoo flossing, through foam rolling, through cupping, and all that kind of stuff. So we're still working on that part, but I think we'll probably be going down that route pretty soon here to add that level of the hands-on care back into virtual.
So have you guys been building out like care packages for people to get?
We do have a list. We haven't been sharing it yet until we really start to clean it up and figure out how we're going to really teach these people how to treat themselves with their own hands.
Yeah.
Nothing like official, like, cause I'm seeing people, cause what was it? What we were doing is like, what was it? I just made a meme about myself. Basically like no client, like clients not having equipment at home to work out. So there's like that meme with the guy slapping a freaking, what was it? The flex tape on the draining.
Oh, yeah.
But basically I was like, backpack. Backpack. You got a backpack? Then we got workouts. But that's the thing, like what I'm trying to get at is that for me, it kind of got me thinking, you mentioned care package, and I'm like, dude, I could make a product of like backpacks and just start creating.
Yeah.
And that's like something for you. It's like backpacks with whatever you feel would be the best way to do soft tissue manipulation, or whatever would cater to what you were trying to do. And you'd be like, hey, buy this through this Amazon link. And you get, I don't know if you guys do that.
No, I mean, that's a conversation point that we're like, because we haven't dove deep enough to look at like, what are the intricacies of actually creating those Amazon products, you know, the Amazon bundles. So we have to kind of look into that. I don't know if you have.
I was just thinking about it. I was just like, backpacks. I should sell backpacks.
Heck yeah.
I mean, during our time right now, we're just like, how else can we make money without physically doing what we're actually wanting to do in the first place, you know?
Heck yeah.
What are you guys seeing with everyone staying at home? Dude, this is like the biggest staying at home project, right? They're all talking about that. So your home space becomes your workspace, becomes your personal space, becomes your hangout space. Like the Zoom. Have you guys done the Zoom happy hour yet?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. You have?
Do with my family.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's family hangout. I'll talk about like Zoom, like with coworkers. But I just haven't done that. The Zoom hangouts. My wife's done that. Like they.
Yeah, I mean, we've done. Yeah, no, I mean, not once with friends, but that was for my boys in Seattle. It was interesting.
You could like totally get sloshed.
Oh, we didn't do it like that.
but I'm just like, you think about it, it's like you don't have to worry about driving home. You just get smacked.
Oh yeah. Play some music in the background, some Drake.
Haven't gone that hard. Not yet.
Just it'd be interesting. Just say, how hard can you go? Oh man. But yeah. So what have you guys been doing? What have you guys been seeing in your clients that you're still working with, or just in general, people working at home? What are the problems that they're facing right now?
They're moving power, Josh.
Yeah, they're working more than they worked when they were at the office. They don't have a clock in, clock out anymore. So what we're finding now is they're not moving, so that all of a sudden now these pains appear. They have neck pain, low back pain, shoulder pain, and it's all because they're not moving. And then when you educate them on the importance of, hey, take a break every at least 45 minutes and move around to lubricate your joints and all that good stuff, this will mitigate these issues that you're dealing with right now. The other thing I'm seeing is basically, yeah, their routine's thrown upside down. They don't have a routine. They wake up later. So as before, they would wake up early and work out. Now it's like, wake up late, don't change. So it's like, I think the biggest thing we need, like we're telling our clients right now, is take back control of your life. Get a routine going. Even though you're not at work, get a routine going. Make yourself clock in, clock out, so that you can have some sanity back instead of feeling like you always got to be doing something like work related.
Are you guys waking up later too?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm breaking that habit though pretty soon.
It sucks right now, dude.
Yeah. Sleeping later for sure. And then I'm waking up a little later.
Is it hard to wake up? I feel like it's harder to wake up now.
Yeah.
I'm like up and at 'em at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Now it's like 9 a.m. rolls around. I'm like,
That's our usual. That's our usual, man.
Yeah, no.
Now it's 9 for real.
Like 9 a.m. It's like I got 30 more minutes.
Yeah. Don't really have anything to do right now.
Yeah, traffic, what? My internet's 24/7, baby.
I know, that's one thing. Not the traffic, man. So it feels good to not just be in traffic, right?
Dude, yeah, that's like the caveat.
Yeah, no.
That's the caveat. Yeah. Have you tried, like, you know how it's like rush hour? I know we're supposed to like stay at home, but when you do like grocery runs, sometimes I'll hop on the highway during rush hour just to see how empty it is. Like, wow.
How empty?
Yeah, like 6 o'clock on 101. This is great.
Damn, that's crazy.
I hope it stays like that. No traffic. That'd be awesome when we go back to work.
It's like, dude,
wishful thinking, man.
Dude, it's insane. It's insane. But okay, good. So the lack of movement. I like how you put that. Like the lack of movement, people not being on a schedule, because like everyone's just like, I think it's interesting that people are working more, right? We're like, we were just talking about that. We're all working more. I feel like it's like we're working more because like that's what we know what to do, right? It's like when things are out of our control, as humans, we act upon things we can control to feel like we are in control. Yeah. And one of the biggest things is working. It's like, this is what I do. I'm just gonna keep doing it because I'm in control. So as far as taking back the routine and taking control of the routine, what are some top things that the normal person can do working from home, that like stretches or, you know, positions or movements that you would recommend for someone who has like that neck pain, the trap, the low back, the hip pain? What are some things that people can really, just quick things that they can really start adding into the routine?
Yeah, so it's funny that you asked that, because today we did basically like a 20-minute Facebook Live in our group for the morning routine. And so we took people through basically head to toe joint mobility routine that people can do when they first wake up, in order to make sure, worst case scenario, they took their joints through its full range of motion. And when you get the rhythm of it, it really doesn't take too long. Really, it's maybe 12 to 15 minutes. And I think at this time we can probably afford to do a 15-minute routine to serve our joints, right? So that's the stuff that we want to start putting out and helping people with.
Yeah, definitely joints that you want to pay attention to for the person that's stuck at the computer is the neck, which we call the cervical spine, the mid back, which is your thoracic spine, and your low back, which is the lumbar spine. These things, when you're in a seated position, take on a lot of stress. The compression from sitting is insane. It's like some significant amount of more compression than standing. So we definitely put together some things for our clients that address those 3 areas and move those through full range of motion, because when you move them, that's how the joint gets lubricated and gets its nutrition. So if you don't move, you're not getting nutrition to your joints, and then pain happens because your body's not happy.
Stagnation.
Yes.
So do you recommend people do like work in a standing desk or making their own version of a standing desk?
I go back and forth. I think movement variability is the key, right?
Yep.
Because if you're standing all day and you're stiff as a board, that's still not good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the reality is just constantly introducing different kind of postures and different movements throughout the day is where the magic's gonna happen, right? Because even if you're like up tall, shoulders back, ribs down, like you're still not moving, you know? So we're encouraging more movement.
Yeah. They did a study where they showed move every 45 minutes is what they recommend. So it's not so much stay in proper position or proper posture for a given amount of time. It's move every 45 minutes, and you're going to help yourself out a lot more than just trying to hold a position for a given amount of time.
Oh, good. That's actually pretty good. Move every
Yeah.
45 minutes. For how long? For 15 minutes?
Well, no, not even just 1 to 2 minutes, man.
I was
Lubricate
just like,
the joints. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
moving.
Well, we have specific drills
Yeah.
that we have actually filmed for this that we can share later, but there is specific, like you want to go through a full range of motion is the key. So you stimulate as much of the joint as possible is definitely the magic sauce. So there's a few drills that we put together that we'd love to share with you.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
We can definitely put it on the show notes too.
Yeah,
People
the video, the main one we will probably share touches on what Josh was saying, was the neck, thoracic spine, and then the lumbar spine. And so the video is like, I think about 10 minutes, but then you can take the pieces from that video and apply it into your seat. You know what I mean? Or get up and actually do it, you know? So we're not married to like one position. I think it's just finding what works for you is the best way we found to coach our PMPT family on. Like, you know, we have our biases, but just work what works for you.
Hey, Joey, what was the name of that app? That app that set time periods of? That would be awesome.
Oh,
there's apps out there that set a certain amount of time, and then it goes off and you get up and move. Take a little minute break, and then you go back to work.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, they're legit, man. We're playing around with those for ourselves.
It's like it'll just beep a noise, like move.
Yeah.
Move, bitch.
Yeah, I'm using you mean the Focus Keeper one?
I think, yeah, that one. Or the one
I'm using one on Focus Keeper, which you can set, I think, the intervals and like how much deep work you want to get in. And then once that deep work time interval is done, then you can set, let's say, 5 minutes of movement, and then you can just do movement in that time period and go back to work.
Yeah.
You know, that's helped me because it is easy to get stuck to the chair and just keep going. So
what's the future now for PMPT with amidst all this? What are you guys doing to push forward even more?
Creating community, man. We have that Facebook group community that we're putting together. That's a membership model. Ooh. And we're setting it up, man. It's going to be cool. We're laying out units of basically breaking down the body into parts and having videos of how to mobilize each body part listed out in the unit section of Facebook community. We're doing live Q&As. We're answering questions directly to the people that are in the group. We're doing 10-minute mobility flows of different body parts that we're going to be uploading up to there. So it's going to be really cool, not only for the person that just wants to stay moving, but also maybe for a massage therapist, maybe for a physical therapist, maybe for a chiropractor, to kind of look through our lens of how to move and then see if it works for them and their clients.
And I think what we're seeing already early on, the power of the Facebook Live within the group, right? We have, you know, pre-recorded flows, pre-recorded videos, self-tips and all that. That's great, right? But really being able to take that isolation away and feel connected to people through these lenses is going to be amazing. And already, like, the small snippets that we've done, it just feels good to like know that we're being able to put out value for people in their lives, and hopefully they extend it with family members that are just sitting there, you know, you know, so that's the neat part where, you know, you get comments of like, yeah, my dad's doing it too.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know,
It's like, hi, mom. Mom's on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Joey's mom saying good job. I'm like, hey, mom.
That's hella good.
I know, man. It
it's-
was fun.
Like Josh said, man, community, more than ever, we need each other now, right?
Oh, that's beautiful.
And
Yeah.
so, you know, the Move Better Live Happier group is, we hope that this does bring people together and allows us to kind of share the ups and downs and everything in between. And we actually just use PT and physio and movement as our vehicle to do it. And shit, man, hopefully everyone just enjoys it.
That's good. You guys, so it's actually interesting you bringing up Facebook, because I wanted to ask, what social media platform have you been using a lot to move your business for, to do the things that you were telling about? Like, was it Instagram? Is it TikTok? Is it, what is it?
Initially it was Instagram. That's what's so weird to me. Like, Facebook has so much capability that I didn't even realize it had until now, that we're actually starting to dive a little deeper into it.
Right? It's
I don't know why I felt more comfortable on Instagram, but that was our primary push, was Instagram and YouTube, kind of uploading videos and stuff. But now we're seeing the power that Facebook Live and the community group stuff can provide for us in our community. Definitely Facebook now.
Yeah. So this is the most time I've spent on Facebook, like the last 3 weeks. Oh,
right?
My goodness. Yeah, no, for real.
I feel like this is like all planned out by Zoom and Facebook. Man.
Well,
Like,
I know,
the
man.
heck? Like no one was paying attention to Zoom. Well, very like few people, but then Facebook, we're all just like, it's dying out. We're using more of this and that. And now when this shit happens, it's like, hey, Facebook, what's going on here? Hey, whoa, we can do more things. Units.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I didn't even know you can make units on Facebook. Like when I'm starting, it's like
so. All right, so in the group, we basically have things divided out, right? So it's almost like we have in the units, you can click on the left-hand side where there's morning routine, there's neck, thoracic, and just list all the different body parts. And so whenever we throw up a post, we can label it based on a unit so people can refer back to it, right? So it's almost like a curriculum for the community, because it's, you know, one of the biggest goals with us is not just to share the exercise, but really it's empowering the person to take care of themselves. So in order to do that, we need to, because I know for myself, or even both of us, we do best when we have a map, right? Mm-hmm. Like when our business coaches help us, we need a map. And if you don't,
shiny object.
Yeah, shiny object, dude.
So
I need to buy that.
Yeah,
you need to buy
signing
that.
up for all these webinars, man.
Dude. Why are you gonna buy that? Cause it's cool. Come on.
It's an investment to the future.
It's investing. What?
Yeah, man. We just, you know, we want to give them the Google Maps of their body back. You know.
I like that. Google Maps. Yeah. Google Maps of the body back. That's good. And you said you're fostering this community. Is this unit thing new? Because I saw it in other like gym communities that I'm a part of, and it's like,
I don't know. I've seen it in the past. I don't think it's new, but it's new to me and him.
Yeah.
So you can see people actually complete it, take it.
Yeah, it has that capability.
Oh shit!
And yeah.
I learned something new right now.
Josh is like, oh, for real? I thought we were just throwing things up, and like, there you go. Go over there. Go over there.
Yeah. So yeah, they can each time they do a video, you can hit complete on it. And so if they choose to do that, then that it allows them to track. Which is
do they get awards if they complete it?
Oh,
gamify it. Good idea.
Yeah, I'm always gamifying things. I'm always trying to gamify things.
Yeah, you are the guy to go to, man. We should have another conversation on that for sure.
Dude, I have like the 30-day challenge to help other local businesses, and it's just. Did you see that? I'll show you guys the PDF.
Yes.
It's like little things, but it's just like if you could do the units, because when I saw the units, I was like, I'm not gonna take that. But then I thought if I get something out of it, I'll take it. So that's why it's like, I wonder, then I was like, can you even tell if someone took it? And if you can tell if someone took it, can you reward them? And based on a certain difficulty of the unit, do they get extra points? Because I would just feel like if you have, because it's a great feature, right? Because unit, I'm like, that's cool. It's kind of like teachable, right? But what was I gonna say? Yeah, but it's like if you incentivize it and be like, hey, if you guys complete all 7 units, you'll get this PMPT shirt. I survived.
Dang.
And then like, oh,
I know. What if
okay.
we did like a Nike hoodie? If you
That's what I'm saying. People would freaking because now
do it.
Yeah, because they would do the courses, they would learn, they would see all your stuff, and then you have marketing for your stuff.
Yeah, I was just thinking a digital badge, man.
hey, digital badges too, man.
PMPT digital badge.
Digital badges,
idea,
bro. That shit works. That shit
The
works.
Running Man on there.
No, thank you, man. That's a great idea.
But I'm always just thinking about just ways to like gamify and get people addicted to something fun. But what was it? Are these people paying to be the community, or this is like an invite only? Like, how are you guys setting that up?
Yeah, so it is a private group. We do have like platinum members that are in the group that, so people that have really been loyal members of our community, people that have been seeing us for a long time, they get admitted to the group. But then it is a paid membership of $25 a month or $250 for the year, and then 20% of those funds goes right to Street Code.
And what's Street Code?
Street Code is a nonprofit organization in East Palo Alto. Our friend Jason Maiden, he serves as an advisor on the board, and they basically created a curriculum for at-risk youth in East Palo Alto in order to provide the resources and the curriculum to help them learn about the tech industry and elevate their life and their families. And
That's
so,
awesome.
we're helping a local community out at the same time. So I think it hits all around.
That's beautiful. And people from around the world can join this.
Yeah.
They applied. Is there like an application process too? Because I know some groups are like, what is your blood type? Where did you come from? I am Thor, son of Odin.
You shall not pass.
Shall not pass. Who is your allegiance to?
You want me to take it, Josh, or you got it?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So we have just like a few series of questions. Like when they ask to join the group, it's very basic questions, right? It's like, why did you join it? What do you want to get out of it? And how can you see yourself contributing to the group, right?
Ooh.
Because one of the biggest rules that we implemented, and we didn't write it formally, is just don't be a dick, right? Like, don't be a dick in the group. Like,
it's actually one of our rules.
Right? No, I mean,
don't be a dick. It's like rule number. Yeah, it's like one of the main rules. Like, don't be a dick. Nice.
All right, cool. So, we just want this to be a safe space. Number one, in order to create a successful group, there has to be safety. It has to be a space where people can share their vulnerabilities, and then lastly, purpose. Right. So we hope that within those 3 items, people can be a part of a bigger group, something bigger than themselves. And so we want to look at the people and why are they actually joining and make sure that it fits. Because if not, then it's going to create a poor experience for everyone else.
That's really good. And do they pay via Facebook to, like, let's say they pass it, they are worthy, you deem them worthy. They pick up the hammer, all that fun stuff. Do they pay you guys? Like, how does that happen?
So we have a CRM that will actually send the person an email where they create an actual login. Within this login, they could then enter in their information, credit card stuff, and then pay for either the monthly membership or the year. And then once we see that they paid, then we allow them into the group. And then it's on a reoccurring payment model if they choose the monthly, or if they choose the year, then they're good.
Very good. So
infrastructure.
So they have to go through that first before they even apply. Is that correct?
Yeah. So the qualifying questions first, then we'll see that they want to join, and then we'll send them the email to actually get in on our CRM, our software.
Yeah.
And this was launched already, like sheltered in.
Well, certain people that are in the group right now are like the early members, right? People that, because and the reality is, like, the people that are in there right now are giving us good feedback on how we can make this experience better.
That's beautiful.
Right.
Yes, there you go.
And so April 15th is the official, I would say, day 1 that we're going to start memberships, because we didn't want to accept memberships now and have people pay and then like, yo, the curriculum's not fully baked out. Like, and then we didn't want to deal with that. So we're like, early members, acceptance. Let us know what you want out of this so we can be better. And then by 8/15, then we hit it.
It's kind of like a beta test, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
we call it pilot mobility.
Pilot mobility.
Yeah, man. You know?
We ran a couple of those already.
So what about people who don't have the Facebook? You know, they call it the Facebook. Like what are people who's like, I don't have Facebook. I've never tried it. It's like, well, do you go like get on it?
You can make it private, right? Like you don't have to use the platform for everything else. I know a lot of people are against that. Like my brother is one. But it's not against it. He doesn't want to hop on.
Yeah, no.
But it's like, I guess the question you got to ask is, I mean, how much is it worth to you to feel better and live happier?
True.
Yay! Yay! Look at the smile.
Right? But the reality is, right? Like, I don't know. It just happens to be the platform that we hope to bring people together, and it's up to the person if they want to make that choice.
It's good. No, it's really good because you're gonna run into the problem of like, oh, well, I don't have a Facebook. Not everyone has a Facebook, but I'm like, yeah. Well, everyone has an email, so I'm going to email you to get on Facebook. So,
but you can reach us still at social media. Like, I mean, the small snippets that we post, but you're not going to get the full experience.
Look at that. Always moving forward. I love it. That's cool, man. So April 15th, it is the official launch date.
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
Go time, baby. Go time.
Hella units. And you're creating all this virtual content. And I think you mentioned this before we even started the episode that you were kind of excited about doing all this because it's like there's like the silver lining, right, of this whole situation of like, man, we could really start building up our digital library like we've always wanted to do. So is that picking up momentum? You guys feeling that like it's like, oh shit, now we could do this, now we could do that? Like what other things is stemming off from this all of a sudden like focus of creativity of going into something that you guys always wanted to do and now it's like you're forced to do it?
Well, there's definitely some other innovative opportunities with things such as Tonal or Mirror. Have you heard of those companies?
Oh yeah, some of them. Those type of companies reached out to me to talk about the AI stuff. Like, what was it? Can you work with the AI to make sure they're calling the cues right? And I'm like, wait, you want me to teach them how to do my job? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, I mean, this is the future, so I'm like, you know what? How much you gonna pay me? Yeah. But long story short, they like asked to do consulting and all that stuff. But long story, yes. To answer your question, yes, I know what you're talking about.
So definitely, it's making us think outside the box in that regard. Other than the Facebook community stuff, we've been also just thinking of, okay, how could we provide virtual PT sessions at even a higher level? So we're thinking, okay, Mirror, we have some contacts maybe at Mirror we should talk to and see where that could go potentially. Because ultimately we got to diversify our businesses now that this is kind of a punch in the face. Like, hey, your one-on-one service, you can't do it anymore. You better have other options in these times when this kind of stuff happens for the future. So it's definitely got our brains going and diversifying the model. So yeah, I don't know if I answered your question on that one.
No, I mean, no, there's no wrong answer. I mean,
did I get it right?
Yeah,
there is no wrong answer. To have an answer, you're already good. To have an answer for that, you're good.
Yeah, no, it's the conversation that Josh and I have every day. Number one, the reality is it's been tough, right? And we have to face that, and it's okay to talk about it, but then we're gonna not hang out there for too long.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and it's provided us opportunity. Like Josh is also able to spend time with his kids and be home with his wife. I see my wife more than I ever have because she works evening shift as a nurse, and so now I'm actually able to see her, and it's nice to be home, which never really home much, and so. There's so many gifts that comes from these negative circumstances that we just try to focus on that side, right? Be updated, but also focus more of our attention on what it's actually giving us. And and it's giving us time. It's giving us time to impact more people, more lives, and create that sense of community that people are missing. And I mean, what's not to like about that?
Yeah, no, it's kind of helping. I feel like it's kind of helping us kind of appreciate the connections. You know what I mean? Like you're calling up friends that you haven't talked to in a while because you're like, hey man, I'm trying to have a Zoom thing. What's up, man? What you doing? You want to take a shot? I'm gonna take a shot with you in hell years, fucker. And it's like, okay. But it's like, it's true. It's like, like you mentioned, you spend more time with your family, your wife, and your kids, and all that. Like I'm spending more time with my wife, and it's funny because she'll be on these conference calls, and I'll be like messing with her, and she's like, "Can you not do that?" And I'm like doing like stupid shit in the background, and
doing your body roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to do I'm trying to do like stupid things, and like she's she's trying to be all shade faced because she's on camera, like talking. It's hilarious, but it's just funny. It's just funny because now you have those opportunities. Like before, it was less like, oh, I'll call you at lunch, or I'll call you after work, or I got a client, I'll get to you right after I'm done. But now it's like, yeah, it's pretty interesting, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Have you guys thought about once all this thing is like lifted, God knows when? Have you guys thought about what would you do? Like, what's the first thing you would do once everything is lifted? What's the first thing you would do?
Josh, answer that.
Man, I would go to my park, man. They shut my park down.
No way, they did?
That. Yeah, Elm Rock Park shut down, man. It's right up the street. Yeah, I'm sad about that. I'm a mountain bike rider, so like for my personal own mental health, it would be going a mountain bike ride up there.
Oh, just right away. You can do it on your driveway.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. It's not the same.
Just go up in the driveway, then come down. Then go up the driveway, and then
it's not
turn.
The
same. Yeah, man.
What about you, Joey?
When the whole thing went down, I went and bought a new outdoor ball, and then I downloaded the home court app, which I saw the function. I was like, damn, it counts your attempt shots and your shots made. That's everything I wanted as a kid. So I downloaded it. I bought a ball, and they put lids over all the hoops.
Oh, it's cutthroat, man. It's cutthroat.
All the hoops have lids now.
I didn't even know they went that far to do that.
They put caution tape on everything. It's
so I'm playing ball with no ball at home.
Well, you could can you buy a hoop, or can you make a hoop?
I could. But finances is a little tight right now. You
can get a trash bin and tape it up to above the garage.
You could.
Like the Philippines.
I wasn't for real.
Hey, we'll make do, man.
A little Nerf hoop in the living room, so at least I get that element of shooting.
Heck yeah. I need that wrist action. I need something. So you would go and ball out once everything's lifted. You would just ball out.
Shoot around, man. That was what I was hoping to get out of this. But it's all good. What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I would lift heavyweight and slam it down. I was trying to deadlift the couch because I was just like, I need to lift something. And I was like deadlifting the couch. My mom was getting hella mad. I was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I just need to grease the movement. Just let me movement. Let me just grease it. And she goes, what are you doing? You have a kettlebell. I'm like, no, it's not the same. It's not the same. I need to deadlift something. But then that's what I would do. I would just go and lift just heavy and slam down weight. That's what I would do. Because I don't have I don't have my barbells. I mean, I left it all in the gym, but even if I could take it to the apartment, she's not gonna let me do it on hardwood.
Shit. But that would be a good date.
I know, right? Restaurants. What restaurant would you visit first?
Oh, Joey.
What's the food you're missing right now?
Uber Eats and DoorDash is doing a good job right now, though.
It's not the same. Getting down, though.
Shit, for me, man, it's our local sushi spot in Newark. It's called O Sushi. They treat you like family there, man. And having that Sapporo with the sake, and then just having, food with either my wife or my family, that I miss that for sure.
See? What about you? What about you, Josh?
Smoke eaters, yo.
Smoke eaters!
I knew it.
They shut it down, yo. They shut it down. They shut it down. I want to get those tenders, man, with that nuclear sauce on it.
Wait, they're not even doing takeout?
Nope.
What?
Yeah, no, they're shut down.
Oh, so they're really restricting you.
No, this is rough.
That's nuts. Oh,
What about you?
man. I would go to a steakhouse.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm making my own steak. I'm making my own steak, but like I need someone to cook a steak for me and just
Let me serve you up. Let me serve you up.
taking my wife to the steakhouse. That's the first.
Let's
thing
go to Alexander's, yo.
That's what Uber Eats Alexander's.
Oh, shit.
Here's your Wagyu.
Do I
A5
get
Wagyu.
half off A5? Can I get half off A5 if you deliver it?
We learned a lesson going there. We learned a lesson real quick. I didn't know.
Oh wait,
what it was.
you ordered the A5 without knowing what it was?
We kind of went there and had reservations and realized that the cheapest thing was like $200.
Bro, you ordered the A5 without knowing.
Did.
Austin,
Well, we knew the price, but it was like after you're there, it's like might as well.
Hey, we all have to go through it.
A lot of
We all have
learning
to
to
go
go
through it.
through, you know?
We
Oh
all
yeah,
have to go through it.
it was
I went
good there. I did little cuts.
Yeah, see, it's like, yeah, Alexander's is a different beast. What was it? Funny story. My mom, she was retiring last year, November, and she wanted to go to Alexander's Steakhouse, and I was like, why do you want to go there? Because I don't know if you know, like Filipino moms are pretty cheap. So I'm like, why do you want to go to Alexander's Steakhouse? And she goes, I want to try the Wagyu. Everyone talks about the Wagyu. I want to try the Wagyu. And I'm like, do you know how much the Wagyu is? And then she's like, I just want to try. And I'm like, okay. So I already knew like this is going to be fucked up. So then we go there, she invites, and I'm like, Ma, are you paying? Are you going to pay? Because I'll pay for this if it's your retirement. Because I already knew the pricing, and she goes, no, it'll be on me. And I'm like, I looked at my dad, and my dad just kind of rolled his eyes like, yeah, no, we'll pay for it. And I'm like, oh, all right. So then and I'm like, who are you inviting? He's like, oh, just us. And then, invite, so-and-so and so-and-so. So we all were there. The waiter takes the order, and he goes, what would you like, ma'am? And she goes, I would like, what is this A5, A2, A3? And I'm like, oh God. And then she looks at the price, and then she goes, what is the 3-ounce A5? What is that 3-ounce? And then the waiter was like, she goes, how big is that? How big is that? And the waiter, you know how they do the little, it's like a little petite size. It'll be like this, ma'am. And he was like very confident, like it's very like it's like this, ma'am. Yeah. And she goes, for $200, I only got that. And she said that out loud. And I was like, Ma, that's what they do here. And she goes, hey, what $200? Little what? That's it? And she was saying it so loud. And I'm like, Ma, yeah, that's how it is. And then he goes, how would you like it cooked? And she looked at me because she likes it well done. Oh. She loves all her shit well done. And she looked at me, and I interjected. I'm like, no. Rare, medium rare. She'll like it medium rare. And then she looked at me like, I guess I'll have it medium rare. And then I was like, all right. So I was like, okay. And then she ordered it, and then that was, and then it came out, and you could just tell the look on her face when it came out. The waiters were like, this is the A5 Wagyu, and she's like, with that like little stuck up face, like that, like he's like a stank face, like that is for $250. Wait, and then she goes, oh, and then she goes, oh, okay, and I'll also have the mashed potatoes with the steak. And he goes, oh yeah, ma'am, it's separate. It's a separate order. Yeah. And she goes, oh, the sides aren't included. And I'm like, Mom, we're not at Blank Angus. I was just freaking out, dude.
That's crazy, man.
Dude. But
yeah, it was good though. It was good.
That's good. A5 is good. You guys ordered like all of it, or what did you guys order? Like the
once we were there, it's my fault. I didn't know what cost. And then once we were there, it's kind of like we have to. So then all the girl, like our wives, it was only me and Joey and our wives that went, and they're all picking the A5, and we're like, oh shit.
That was last year.
Well.
That was, I think, our last year's 1-year anniversary in Menlo.
So
no, just our 1-year anniversary in Menlo.
So your wives
and him at the time.
The A5
yeah.
too?
It was
Never paid.
expensive.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they
crazy.
did. They did.
So you're like you're just clenching your ass every time. They're like, what would you get? I'll also get the A5. Oh!
Oh, really?
Okay, what would you get? Oh, the A5 as well. Ah! As you, sir, I'll have the kids menu chicken nuggets. I love your chicken nuggets. It's great.
I was hoping they had something like that. They don't know.
Oh, man. No, it was good though.
It was hella good.
Our bookkeeper was surprised at the charge.
Oh yeah, she's like,
Oh,
what's this for 4 people?
Hey, what y'all doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
We were eating gold. That's what we were doing. We were eating
Oh
gold.
yeah, pretty
and
much.
shitting diamonds.
Pretty much.
Where can people find you? Where can people find this community? Where can people find you? Like, watch what you're doing, get involved. Where can our listeners find you guys?
Yeah, they can find us on Instagram at Progressive Motion PT, and then Facebook, Progressive Motion Physiotherapy, and then the group, Move Better, Live Happier. That's where people would want to go if they want to send a request, if they're interested in joining. And from there, you can find us.
Good.
Yes,
Anything
sir.
else?
Yes, sir.
Anything else? Any last things?
Joshua?
Man, did you say YouTube too? We got a bunch of good stuff
yeah.
on YouTube. Progressive Motion PT on YouTube. We have a whole channel of hundreds of things on there.
YouTubes. What about TikTok, Snapchat?
Not yet,
we
man. Not
been
yet.
playing with it.
We play with it.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
want
I
us
haven't,
to
man.
see some random stuff, go to TikTok. If you really want the behind the scenes stuff, TikTok. TikTok. Oh man. All right, cool guys. So at this point, I'm gonna just end the show, but after we can still talk. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on to the Nerd Out and Workout podcast and sharing your passion, sharing what you guys are doing through this whole COVID-19 stuff. I appreciate the passion and the effort and that you guys are putting in building this community. And it's great. It's good. So thank you guys for coming on board. This is Coach Austin with Hyper Strength and Conditioning with Joey and Josh from Progressive Motion Physiotherapy. Right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Got it.
all right, guys. The show notes, all the links and all their social links are going to be in the show notes. Feel free to just check them out, see what they're doing. If you have pain, if you have trouble, if you have like issues as far as movement and soft tissue stuff, hit them up. They're your go-to guys, especially if you're in the Menlo Park area, San Jose Bay area. But if you're around the world, check out the group. We have some listeners from Asia, from Europe, from Australia. I see you guys. So go and check it out. It's great stuff. All right. So take it easy, guys. Have a great one. Okay, bye. See you later and cut. Boom. Good. Sweet. That was good. Thank you for coming on.
That was fun.
That was fun.
This up, man. Yeah, you're a good host, bro.
I try.
Make it more fun.
Huh?
Make it more light.
Oh, good. I appreciate that. Well, that's good. I mean, for me, that's how it's supposed to be. It's to have just great conversations with great people.
Yes,
so,
sir.
And you guys make it awesome too, because I just feel like we all just vibe off each other. It's just
for sure.
But dude,
heck yeah, I got you right in the middle too. I got Joey on the right, I'm on the left, and you're right in the middle. We're like bouncing off each other.
It's hella sick, dude. It's hella sick. When you do Zoom calls and stuff, does your dog get in the way?
Did you see?
Oh, you should have told a funny story, yo.
No, because your dog is so chill. Because I'm like, dude, that's like the most chillest dog I've seen right now.
No, she's not very well. She's on CBD right now.
Oh, hella good.
Yeah. No, but she, our very first Facebook Live. So this is a thing that we're trying to figure out if both Josh and I can get on a split screen in the group, because I know it's possible in the personal profile, but we don't think it is under the business group that we created. So we were going to co-instruct the first hip thoracic mobility flow live that we did, right? So 11:50, the 12 o'clock was the event. It was 11:57, and I'm like, yo, Josh, dude, I can't get you in here. I can't get. So I already
man down.
I already knew the flow that was gonna happen. So I was like, oh fuck. And so 11:59, 12 o'clock was hitting. I was like, I got it, bro. Just figure it out. And so I was going through it, and it was a lot, dude. instructing it and going through all the reps with people, I was breathing heavy into the mic. I was sweating.
All right, guys. That was the warm up. You're like trying to be like all like, you know, trying to fight.
Oh yeah.
It was funny. Bailey comes around and I'm like, "What's up, Bale?" I'm in quadruped, and then she goes,
no.
I'll text it to our group. We saved it. It was hella funny, bro.
Like you just yacked live.
Yeah, and then she started like eating it, and then Jen's like, "Hey!"
And then Jen's cleaning it up in the back. Oh man, it was.
And you're in quadruped position, like, and we're still continuing.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it, bro. It was too funny.
I never laughed so hard in my life because I'm sitting there watching them just eat the hell, and then the dog goes in there and throws up too.
Like, was it like projectile or it was just like yeah?
No, it was like a bleh, like that. It wasn't like
that would have been like bridge on you. Dude. And you have to continue your flow.
Oh man!
Now
he did a little chuckle and he kept going.
Oh yeah, no, you had to laugh about it, man. Like, what are you gonna do,
man?
Yeah, I'll send it through, but it was too funny, man. But
what's the chances our first live? The dog throws up.
That's the thing with working from home. It's like you don't know. It's just funny because I asked that because every Zoom like classes we've done training clients, there's always like a dog either like walking in front of the camera or walking around them.
Oh yeah.
There's like their dog is just like, what are you doing? Why are you looking at that?
No, she does that. She's done that a lot. She'll hit the glass and I have to get her open. So now she does that, but she's just chilling right now.
That's cool.
Damn, you got her on that CBD.
Yeah, I was like, this dog is chilling right now.
Yeah, no, she's a pity, man. So she's active.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit.
So what else you got?
What else do I got? I mean, just business stuff. Just really like applying for all the loans. Kind of I talked about like the grants. There's the Verizon grant. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Look at the Verizon grant. Sign up for the Facebook grant.
We did the Facebook one already.
I haven't heard anything from them.
I don't know, but from what I'm seeing, everyone's just throwing money. Like, and I'm like, like I'll take whatever I can get.
Come on.
You know, there was like this minority. I forgot. It was like women-owned business. Yeah, like apply for that.
By who?
I'll send it to you. It's like, man, there's like, if you Google pages of grants, there's all these people creating like, here's a list of grants and loans you can get. But as far as like the I think the PPP loan supposedly is like, if you already applied for it, you might get that.
Okay.
But the $10,000 grant one, that's like rolling the dice. I don't know about that one.
I haven't heard anybody getting this stuff yet.
No, it's like, oh, you'll have money in your bank account in 3 days. And I'm like, I went on my bank account 3 days ago. I was like,
yeah, no.
10K.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
But yeah, that's the thing. And have you guys, we started a GoFundMe.
Oh, shit.
Did you?
The GoFundMe, because when I used to run, I don't know if you know people who work at Intuit or at Yelp or even at Intuit, Yelp.
Oh, I know Intuit. I got 2 people over there.
If you have people, okay, here's the thing. So Intuit partnered with GoFundMe. If you set up a small business relief fund for your employees, which could be just you two and one other person, I don't know. But long story short, you raise up to at least $500. They'll match the small business relief fund of GoFundMe will match $500. But you got to add like the hashtag in your story, small business relief. You have to set up withdrawals. We did that. We raised up to $4,500 for our employees, which is like, wow, this is crazy. I was so stubborn. I was like, I don't want to fucking do GoFundMe. Like, I'll do this myself. But like, I did it. People donated. But when I reached out to the people at Intuit, because I got one of the people who I used to train was like, dude, if you let me know about your thing, I can donate money from Intuit. They'll allow us to donate however much money as a grant to your business fund. And yeah, then we raised up like $4,500. I know GoFundMe takes about a 3% fee, so I'm not a big fan of that, but it's like fucking free money because now we got free cash coming in. But that's what I'm saying. If you set up a GoFundMe and you let those people from Intuit know, and if they if they haven't donated, or so from what I understand, if they haven't donated to a GoFundMe yet, they can use Intuit. They could use money from Intuit to donate to your grant, but they can only choose one.
Okay.
That's why I reached out to all the people I used to trade into, like, hey man, this is what I'm doing. Can you do that? And then one of my clients threw 1,000 in there like within 2 hours. I'm like, oh shit. And then another person 2 days later threw another 1,000, but I don't even know who he was, like who this person was. I was like, what? Wow. Like usually when people donate that much, you know them, but like I had no idea who this person was, and they just
damn. It's almost like we should create one just for
1,000. And then it was just like money that. Because my wife was like, stop being fucking prideful, fucking do it. And I was like, fine. I did it. And people were just like, even members, you know how I said 10% of my members kind of put their membership on hold? They still donated to that fund. So even if they held their membership, they still gave money. And I'm like, whoa, that's cool. So
that shows a lot, man. That's cool.
So, I mean, GoFundMe.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna look at that one tonight too.
What would be the term? Because then we can. Is there a GoFundMe Intuit collab? Like, what do you ask them?
Yeah, Google it. It just say like small business relief fund GoFundMe,
and then just ask
the Intuit employee.
And then just send your GoFundMe to Intuit, or to your Intuit employee, and mention that. And I just ask them like, is there something that you can give us? Like I heard that Intuit partnered up with us. Or partnered up with this, are they allowing you to donate money to these things? Because that's what one of the VPs of Intuit told me. Like, hey, I just thought of you when we saw this. Go set up a GoFundMe. Let me know so I could donate money into it right away. And then I'm like, cool. I set it up, and then he goes, I fucked up. I can only choose one. I was like, you what? Yeah, I can only choose one. I told 10 people. So reach out to other people that you worked with. I was like, thanks, Mary. Thank you. But it's okay. I'm gonna let other people know because we can only choose one. But you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And I'm like, thanks.
Damn, I guess that is our. I know for me, it was part of my pride not doing that, asking for help.
I hated that. But then you have $4,600 coming into your bank account. I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Let me take my pride. I'm gonna put my pride hat down over here.
Take my pride and just shove that aside real quick because I got $4,000 extra that I wasn't counting on going into my bank account. So I'm like,
that's true. That's true.
Like, yeah, dude. I told him, I was like, if I don't raise any money in 24 hours, I'm taking it down. And then within 24 hours, I got like $1,200, and I'm like, you see that comma in there, and I'm like, oh, okay. We'll leave it up.
Because that's what part of that group was. We were hoping was to get people donating, but so far we've only people that we let in for free. So far, only 2 people donated actual money to us. So that's, I don't know whether we're not direct enough, because the GoFundMe is a direct hey,
I might just set up that GoFundMe.
It's also the story you put out. Look at mine, and I literally said it's for our staff. Because it's true. I'm using all that money for my payroll budget because all the other, we all have cushions, right? Well, we're going to eat the fuck out of our cushions like by June or July, depending on our expenses, right?
Yeah.
So anything extra to stop the bleeding, give me more gauze. Give me Neosporin. Give me anything to clog it. So
you send it out to a newsletter?
Dude, this is what I did first. I reached out, and I know you guys have these. I reached out to 20 high-paying clients that I've had in the past and in the present. I said, hey, this is what I'm going through. Before I even shared it out to the newsletter or Facebook, I personally reached out to 20 high-paying clients that I've had in the past and present and said, hey, this is what I'm going through, And they're most likely going to be like, yeah, Austin, I spent thousands of dollars with you in the past. You've helped me out. Here's $500. Here's in this case, here's 1,000. And then one of my clients was like, he hit me up And he's like a traveling client. So I only train him when he's in town. He saw my message on email and he goes, I have a sudden urge to buy 24 personal training sessions from you up front. I was like, wait, what? He's like, I already donated 1,000 on GoFundMe, but how much is 24 sessions? Da-da-da. I'm like, $2,000. And he's like, okay, cool. And then he just Venmoed me right then and there. And he's like, just add that to my total when all this is done.
That's what's
and
up,
I'm
man.
like, bro, you didn't have to do that. And he goes, nah, man, like this is gonna help you. Like, da-da-da. And I'm like, thank you. You know, but it's like you talk about community, right? And one of my business partners, he's like the opposite of community. He like truly is. He's like, fuck community. Where's my money? Like, I don't give a fuck about your community. I give a fuck about people paying for our services. Like, that's his mentality. As you know, that's kind of like the opposite. But he would be like, let's see how strong your community is. Let's see if they're willing to really support you. Because if you're all about community, let's see if they're willing to support you in a time of need. And so that's when I did it. And that's why it's like,
shit.
You know, because like it's like in business, you kind of need that personality. Like he you know, he mingles with members. He's a cool guy. But at the same time, he's been through the gauntlet as far as running a business and all that stuff. He's been fucked over like a lot of times. Like he's made millions of dollars. But he said to make millions of dollars, he's like, I'm very jaded, and there's a reason for that. But long story short, he's like, yeah, like challenge your community. And if they're willing to help you, now you know where you stand.
Damn.
And it's like, oh shit. Like, cause there's people in your community, there's clients that you want to help, there's clients and all that stuff. But this is like a specific opportunity to see which of your members of your community are really down for you. And when I did this, I got people going, hey, Austin, I know I paid a year up front, and I know an up in May. So if you want to charge it now, go ahead and do that. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to do that. And he goes, nah, bruh, I know you're in the process of expanding. I want you to expand. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, you start getting this goodwill from people. And then you start getting people from like, hey, I just want to put my account on hold. Oh, okay. Like, then you kind of know, like, okay, fuck you. I got it. Like, no hard feelings. But I'm going to remember this. So when time comes to, you know, it's just like, because what we do is it's such at a personal level, you know, like people always want our time, our attention, our profession, our services, right? But it really kind of opens your eyes to see like who's really trying to root for you, who's really there in the long run to be like, I want to see PMPT win and go forward and do all the things you guys want to do. And then you really see where the members are like, I'm just here to just use your services. You know, if it's not convenient to me, then it's not convenient. Then you're not. And it's like, really that's kind of like the brutal truth. But because I did all that, yeah, that's how you see it. And then
you did individual emails to each of these people?
Yeah. So I did individual emails to the highest paying clients. Then I shared it with my group, like with my members. Like the last group I shared it with was with my members, because they're already paying 90% of my members are already not canceling their membership, you know, like they pay an average of $500, $600 to $1,200 a month. And they're just like, cool, well, I'll do the personal training on Zoom. I'll work with the coaches. I'll do the live classes. And and we only have 81 members, and like 7 of them asked to pause it. You know, I don't have a ton of members, but the members that I have, we yield higher because we do personal training and all that stuff. But long story short, that's how we did it. So I did personal emails to the highest paying clients first, right? That past and present. And then what I did was I shared it through, what did I do? So I waited to see what would happen. And those clients started donating. Then I was like, oh shit, this works. So then I shared it with the mailing list. So I shared it with the mailing list, just telling them what we're doing. And I didn't make it about me, like I need to get paid. No, it's like, it's more like, this is more for my team. This is for my staff. And I called it the HSC COVID-19 Relief Fund for staff. I let people know exactly where the money's going. Payroll budget. So even if you guys have a staff of 2 or 3 or 4, it's still for your staff. And especially in the Bay Area, you need everything to fucking live here. So, you know, make it specific to like this. Every dollar in this donation or whatever goes to the staff to make it through this time of uncertainty. And that's what I did. And I shared it with the big mailing list. And then I shared it with my community. For me, then I shared it with my community, and then it just started kind of snowballing, and then other people started sharing it. Yeah, and I also shared it with my family and my friends. But yeah, that's just kind of how I did it. I didn't want to share it on Facebook first because I was too prideful. I was like, no, I'm just gonna ask people first, like in privacy. But long story short, that's how we did it. And yeah, if you look at it, we're at 4510. I could actually show you guys. Let me get on here real quick. So you could even copy the language I did real quick. If it'll pull up. Come on, man. All right, let me view this. There you go. And then, so right here, and then I chat, and then I put the link here. There you go.
Oh, cool.
So click on that link, and you will see our GoFundMe page.
Hey, that's cool.
So it's $4,500, and then I laid out the story of exactly how many staff members we have, all that stuff. Telling them I cut my own salary in half. And yeah, I even put a video explaining just like who we are, just our typical business video. But yeah.
Nice, man. Let's go. Yeah, we'll check that out. Hey, what do you use for your video editing?
Final Cut Pro X. So Final Cut Pro 10. And I downloaded the Timer FX filter.
We're trying to go for the easier options first as we're going through like the initial stages. So like people are telling me just use iMovie first just to kind of learn the interfaces of editing. Like what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I edited video since high school. So yeah, that's why.
So
but I was, go ahead.
Sorry. Do you have like any recommended YouTube videos that you know are just going to hit well for like video editing 101? Because I've gone through a few and they're, I don't know.
The best thing you can do for video editing, no joke, from what I do, and I'm not a professional video editor, but just to do what I do to get by is just to just jump in there and do it. Like the best thing you could do is just look up one video that gives you the fundamentals of using Final Cut Pro and just start playing around. It's all about just getting used to it. Because all you need to learn how to do is upload, like import the media, all right? Like take out audio, or lower down the audio, cut it, like be able to snip it in certain ways and just do that. Once you learn how to snip and move things together, you're good. You don't really need special effects, you know?
What are your thoughts on like the text, like the audio text during like an instructional video? Like, do you like that, having that function?
I don't do it.
Okay.
I don't do it. Like, I know it should be done, but that's just I just don't have time to do it. Like, I'm not going to do that. I would do. No, go ahead.
I was figuring because like these videos that are going to be in the Facebook group are going to be much longer, so we can actually take our time to explain it. You know, compared to like your bite-sized like 1 minute videos on social media, which I think the text there would be more effective. But if we're like actually going through a little slower, it might be helpful. I don't know.
It would be helpful. If you do it yourself, it's going to take a fuck ton of time because you got to manually do it. Or you can use the auto-generating thing that Facebook does. So if Facebook will do that I'm sure you see it. It'll auto-generate the language in your video. Have you used that? Yeah, just put English. Like when you upload the video on Facebook, just put English and then put auto-generate in English, and it'll literally auto-generate like 90% of accurately.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And then
yeah. Cool.
Learning.
High school.
Huh?
Since high school, huh?
Well, yeah, but it was just like I would used to edit my friends' videos and charge for it for their projects. Like I was like when YouTube came out, I started my own channel, but then I just stopped. And now I see all like you know how fucking who are these guys like JK Films and Nigga Higa and who's the other guys, like who's it what's it? No, what's the other guy? Omar Isuf. I remember them when they had like 50,000 subscribers, or they were just up and coming.
Yeah.
And I just stopped editing. You know, I just stopped doing my stuff, and then I jumped back on like 2 years later just to see what's going on. And they're all like fucking blown up, and I'm like, damn it. But it's fine. It's fine. Like, it's fine. But now I'm on it, but it's different now. But yeah, to answer your question, iMovie should be good enough. Final Cut Pro is like if you really want to take it a step further.
Yeah, probably down the road, because I know
I was looking at that right now.
Yeah, it says like priority list is high level production is very low on the totem pole when you want to create engaging videos in your group. So I want to just for us to take care of the things that we know we're good at and that we can provide value to, and then worry about those little details later. But as long as the mic is clear, the camera's clean from the iPhone, keep it there. Not overthinking this process, because I think that'll paralyze me in regards to like worrying about all the different editing right now.
Do you know? Have you heard of that quote from General Penn?
Which one?
Let me look it up.
Was it the tyranny of how?
Huh?
The tyranny of how?
No. Where is that? Dang it! I just saw it. Oh man, come on! I just downloaded it. But long story short, hold on. Let me look it up real quick, because it was a great quote, and especially at a time like this. Oh, there it is. So, damn it. Okay, here it is. A good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan executed next week.
Ooh. Hey, text us that one. That was cool.
George S. Patton.
Oh,
yeah, that's who. That's
military.
A good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan executed next week, and especially now more than ever, that's just what we have to do.
Just make it happen.
Certain situation we're in right now that changes week to week, really.
That's pretty much it. That's why I'm posting all this shit, and it's like, yeah, I have a coach, Coach Ant. He's like that. He overthinks a lot of things, and I'm like, come on, Ant. You're good. Let's just keep going. And he's like, well, I just need to know what kind of video editing software you do, and like how long did that take you to do, and what kind of fonts did you use, and what kind of fonts, and did you add the overshadow lay, and did you buy the wireless mic, or did you like what kind of mic did you Rode, or like
Rode.
I was like, Ant, just do the movement and like just edit it and post it. And he goes,
was he at the?
Yeah. He uses some of your stuff on his clients. So like,
awesome.
Like the baseball, the baseball thing, the baseball, the rotation. I saw him do it a long time ago, and I was watching him, and I'm like, that looks familiar. And then I go on your page, and I'm like, this motherfucker took it from Joey and Josh, dude. So then when I told him you guys were coming by that one time, you guys were teaching, he goes, hey, they're coming by. And I'm like, yeah, they're coming by. He's like, I'm gonna be there early. I'm gonna be there 30 minutes early. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna take my notes.
Yeah, no. Okay. He was good people, man. He shows us love, man.
I love it.
He sent. I don't know whether it was progressive or personal, but he just checked in on us, so that was nice of him, man. So
yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, he's one of my guys. He's a great trainer. He knows his stuff, but he overthinks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, come on. I'm like trying to get him there, but obviously he's just really into his stuff. So, but yeah, long story short, to answer your question, iMovie should be good enough as long as the video's clear, you're talking good. You guys got some good stuff. So yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah, we'll when we for that spinal flow, what I'll do is I'll probably upload that I'll just cut it and upload it to YouTube and then give you that link. So at least you can send it out to the people that are listening to our talk here.
Send me all your like tags, your ats, your Instagram handle, your YouTube handle, Facebook, the group link, that video. Send me all that in an email so I can put that on the show notes.
All right, that's what's up. Cool.
And I'll post this by midweek this week.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Hey,
thank you guys.
Thanks for all the pointers, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, appreciate the pointers, man.
Hope it helps.
Oh yeah. Keep in touch though, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh no, we still need to set up a freaking mobile flow for the lower body. God damn it.
Let's get through this shit.
Yeah.
I did a yesterday a hip flexor quad one, so that might come out.
We need to do something. Hip flexor. Oh. Hey, you guys watch Food Wars?
No, dude, this guy, I haven't.
No.
Good?
You should watch Food Wars.
Oh,
Just watch one episode.
I need some comedic relief, bro. Send me some good shit.
Watch Food Wars on Hulu. Just one episode.
Okay.
And think about replacing the cooking with mobility, and you'll just crack up. You'll just crack up.
Okay.
All right.
All right, dudes.
All right, brother.
I'll see you guys later.
Good job, man.
Peace.
Bye.